guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Gratitude Babe, because ipo siku. As promised, I'll be posting a video every Wednesday from this Wednesday, and I wanted to be like, where? Wednesday. But then I thought, I'm Gratitude Babe. Like, it's not every time I'll be complaining about life things or life stuff. Sometimes I'll just be sharing good news on here, so there's not really a name for it. It's just like an update or the important conversations that people need to have. For today's video, I decided to start hard. So I'll be talking about grief and loss of family members especially, and the lessons that I'm learning on my grief journey. For those who don't know, on my very first video, I talked about how I've lost people and it's really been hard on me. And the first person I lost, it was my grandpa in 2019, my grandpa on my dad's side. And then last year, towards the end of last year, I lost my sister, that is 2021. There's just things that happen along the way that if you don't take care of them, your grief is just going to be too long. And so on my journey, I've just been taking like lessons, taking notes, so that yesterday doesn't be like today. Got my tissue and some water to hydrate in case I start crying, but I'm really hoping this video is not going to turn to that. And if you have lost someone and you feel like you're going to be triggered, please don't keep on watching the video. The first thing I learned, and it was mostly from after my sister's death, is that society just chooses or decides whose grief is the biggest, and then that person is the one who will be comforted, and you'll all be like, if you're around that person, you are expected to like be there for them. And for me, I felt that when my sister passed, people used to call me and they're like, hey, how's your mom doing? How is your dad doing? How is the baby? Be strong for them. And I'm like, how am I? I'm really dying inside, and you're expecting me to be there for these people. And that really affected me, because a lot of times I used to just pretend that I'm not crying. The moment I started crying, I'd be wailing, and I don't want to be wailing. But then it's because I've put all the things inside and I'm trying to be the strong one. But then I get this opportunity to cry, and instead of crying silent tears, I'm all over wailing. And it used to make me feel so bad, until I even stopped talking to people, because that's what people are concerned about. How my mom is, how my dad is, how the baby is. No one was asking me, not no one, but most people were not asking me how I am. They were just like, you stay there, deal with these other people. And I just wanted someone to deal with me. So I looked it up and I saw that there's something called, like, I think the forgotten mourner or something like that. So sometimes when someone dies, don't just go diving and telling people who to be strong for. Like, everybody had a personal relationship with the departed, and they all know how the things are affecting them. Whether you've been affected too much or you've been affected a little, everyone's loss is valid and everyone's grief is valid. Don't go around allocating strength. No one is strong after the death of someone they used to know. The other lesson I've been learning is about how we communicate. Hey, like, someone has, maybe their family member or just a friend has been deceased, and we just go and start telling them, be strong, God has a reason for this. I know it could have been worse. Or the rest of your family could have died, and it's just one person. So just be grateful the other people are here. Those are very bad things to tell someone. Hell, those are very bad things to tell someone, and they are not helping. Like, if you tell someone that God had a reason, like, what is the reason? In that state, that current state, someone doesn't want to hear such words. And I understand it because there's this time my mom was crying and I was there telling her all these things, telling her how at least she has like two more children left. But I didn't believe any of that I was telling her. Immediately after I came from comforting her, I went to my bedroom and I started crying because I knew that those things I'm telling her are not true, and they're just things I'm filling up. I want to fill up the air with things. So I just say anything. And that is not so good. It's always good to ask someone, what kind of help do you want? Do you want a hug? Is there something I can do for you? I'm here for you if you need anything. Like those things that are not going to make someone have even more questions in their heads. So whenever you are trying to comfort someone, just try and use kinder words. Or if you don't have anything helpful to say, just be quiet and just watch them cry and pat them on the back or something. But those things we tell people they are not very good. The other thing that I learned is that just death, or I don't know if it's death or it's grief, it just comes with so much anger. Like you'll just be angry and you don't know what you're angry at. You're just so angry and you are just looking for where you're going to put that anger, and then it makes you start looking for problems where there are no problems. For example, for me, I was so angry at God because of, and it's because of those words I'm telling you, people say that don't make sense, telling me God had a reason. So I became so angry. Which reason are you having for taking my loved ones away? Like, I've been on the right path, doing everything right, and they didn't deserve that. For me, I don't feel like they deserved that. Also, like my sister used to like my makeup, so anytime I do my makeup, I'd like video call her and she'd tell me how good I look, how good it is. But then my brother is normally like, is that color purple on your eyes? Is that color pink on your eyes? So for a while after my sister had gone, when I used to show my brother my makeup and he's like, is that color purple? I used to be like so angry. Like, why are you telling me this? If my sister was here, she wouldn't tell me that. But the reality is my brother's never complimented me. Like, that's him. He's been him. So I'm just looking for somewhere to put my anger on. And like it, the expectation you have on people keeps on increasing because you are trying to compare them, or you are trying to fill the void that the departed person left. You are trying to fill it with these other people, but these other people are there for you in different ways, and they can't fill that hole that the person who went away, who passed away, left. And it doesn't matter how much you are, I am like, if my sister was here, this wouldn't be happening. It doesn't, because she's not here. So that just keeps me getting pain and feeding my anger. But then you have to accept people for who they are and not project my expectations of my sister onto them. So whenever I start feeling angry about something someone has done, I normally ask myself, am I angry at their behavior, or am I just wishing that my sister was here or my grandpa was here? Because if the answer is I'm projecting what I'd expect or what my grandpa or my sister would have done, then I'm not being fair to them. And they're also struggling. The way I've said, there's no one's grief that's bigger than the other one's. All of us are grieving. Even people who we don't know, even friends, they've also lost some people, and they're just trying to help you, but then instead of you receiving the help, you're just trying to project what you want from someone who's not here. The reality is they are not here. However much you deny, they are not. And you would never know what they do in this situation because they are not here right now in this situation. Another thing I've learned, this was the hardest thing, like the hardest thing that I've learned is that money cannot buy happiness. Okay? Like, I think, was it 2019 or it's 2020? I don't know, when the material girl came and you're just like, oh, I'm a material girl. I'm a baby girl. I want money. No, if you want to make me happy, send me money. No. Now it's just like I don't have like so much money, but the thing I know for sure, sometimes you are just feeling bad. It doesn't matter the money you have, it doesn't matter how much nice food or nice vacation you can take, it doesn't matter. Like, all those things are not going to take away the pain that is in your heart. Like, it's nowadays I see that it's because life had not happened to me. That's why I used to think things like, let me have the money first and then I can say for sure that money cannot buy happiness. Right now, because I've been so sad and good things happen to me, and I'm just like, okay. And I'm not happy, like deep down in my heart. I'm not happy. I'm not content. I just have wishes that I wish my sister was here, but no amount of money is going to give me her back. I wish my grandpa was here, but no amount of money is going to bring him back. And it's really changed my perspective on things, because now I'm just like, if it's money, I will always make more money. I'll always get better opportunities to get more money, to spend more money, to go on vacations, to travel the world. But those laughs I had with my sister at night when we were sleeping, I'll never have that again. And that is just sad. It's just sad that I can't buy that back. Money will buy you nice things. It will buy you cars, bags, shoes. It will take you all over the world. But the important things, like the precious things of this life, money will never buy those. The last thing that I've learned is that life goes on. It doesn't matter. And that's something people say as a cliche, but life really does go on. Like, the day I was told that my sister passed away, we traveled the night, we went, we slept, and in the morning I was up I think I was up like 6, 7 to cook mandazi for the people coming over. Like, there's no break. No one is going to tell you, oh, you lost someone, you are grieving, let's stop the time for you and you can rest. You're expected to function like someone who's not going through anything at all, and you should be at like your best. You are just supposed to continue doing your regular things. When you go back to school, no one wants to know whether your mind is not in school yet. You're expected to just continue with the rest of the people. And that's the sad thing about grief. Like, that's the saddest thing about the loss. I feel like I'm saying everything is sad, but this is the saddest, because you're just expected to keep going. If it's jobs, for me it was jobs, I'm expected to keep applying. School, I'm expected to keep going to school. If it's anything that's happening at home, I'm just expected to be there and functioning. And it makes you so tired and so anxious, and you disassociate a lot. For me, it's just been forgetting. I'd be just somewhere sitting, or I go to pick something, and when I reach there, I'm just like, what was I coming here to do? And you don't remember. And for like a period of time, I was just tired. Like, you don't know what's making you tired. You're just so tired, and the only thing you can say is just, I'm tired of life, because no, it's not giving you a break. It's just continuing and continuing and continuing, and you're supposed to keep on doing things and doing things and doing things, and it was just so tiring, and it just feels bad that life just keeps going. And that is it, guys, for this video. I hope you've learned something. If you're going through grief, please just try and take it one day at a time. If you have friends who are going through grief, be kind to them. And let's remember, everyone's loss is valid, so don't go invalidating other people's feelings. And until next time, bye.